Too much gang, what it do, bruh? As y'all can see by the title and thumbnail, we are reacting to Shakedown's video, bruh. He was able to get his hands on NBA 2K23 early. Well, not literally get his hands on it, but he was able to play it back in Las Vegas. 2K invited some people out. Hopefully one day I can get invited out to that, but you know what I'm saying? 2K invited some content creators out to play the game, and Shakedown was one of those, and he is sharing some key information on the game. I've heard a little bit about it on Twitter. I've heard like some the dunk meter and stuff like that. And I think they said the gameplay is a little slower, but gameplay is always slow when 2K first launches. Then everybody complains about it, then boom, we get a patch, and the game just speeds up to crackhead speed. So yeah, I'm not really surprised about that, but everything else will be fresh to me, bro. So let's go ahead and tune right into it. It's no time to waste, bro. No time to waste. I'm literally like thirsty for 2K news right now.
My video on my first impressions after playing NBA 2K23. Now it took me a little while to get this video going because I got sick coming out of Vegas for that NBA Summer League event, but I'm recovering now and it's finally time to get this video going. Also,
I'm glad he recovered.
I played the next gen version of NBA 2K23 on the PS5, and it was a very early build. We only
So all this news right here, bro, it is important to note that all this news right here is next gen only. Sorry to the current gen, Kaz, if you're watching this, bum gen players. This was only on next gen, so he don't have no news about current gen. This is all next gen, bro.
I had access to a few teams. It was 5v5 matchups, so no park, no city. Nothing that I can tell you guys about the builder just yet. This is strictly just visuals and gameplay related impressions. One of the things that this community likes to say whenever they see gameplay from the next 2K is that, oh, it looks just like the last 2K. You're not actually able to determine the difference until you see a side-by-side comparison.
Facts.
Looking at gameplay on TikTok or YouTube or some trailer or some leaked footage never gives the game any justice.
I see what he's saying, but when we seen 2K22 next gen dribbling compared to 2K21 next gen dribbling, we knew it was a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? Because dribbling in 22 was definitely better than 21. So stuff like that we can definitely tell. But I see what he's saying though. For the most part, you can never really like notice that much.
The players' faces. There's been some gradual upgrades to the graphics.
Graphics is crazy.
Year. If you guys compare NBA 2K22 to NBA 2K20, you'll see a major difference. If you compare 2K20 to 2K18, you'll see a big difference.
Facts.
But it's the year-to-year incremental changes that are hard to detect sometimes. After playing 2K23 on PS5, it wasn't until I was getting my face rescanned when they had me playing 2K22 again when I realized the major differences in the look of the game.
Yeah,
I think it's more lighting and player models. I think they're more accurate with the body types of the players.
I want to pause. Never mind. I don't want to pause
like this. You normally spend a lot more time mingling and talking to celebrities and NBA players and fellow, influencers and things like that, musicians. I had a good time doing that. I spent a considerable amount of time chopping it up with some of my favorite people out there.
RDC.
But I got lucky, man. Mike Wang actually showed up to this event and spent some time with me while I was gaming. And he and I were able to share some thoughts, and I was able to give him some feedback in real time. The very first thing I tried to do was some of the cheese that we're used to doing in 2K22. We had the Celtics, the Warriors, the Suns, and the Bulls. And after using Steph Curry, who clearly had the highest ball handle, I didn't notice like quick first step gold or quick first step Hall of Fame, speed boosting my way left or right, or giving me the ability to just completely explode in any direction.
All right, now see, based off of what he just said right here, anybody listening would assume, okay, play shots is patched, 5'10s, the short little guards is patched. But like I said in the intro, bro, 2K is always going to be a slow game when it comes out. Like that's just a known thing. And then they speed the game up to where it's going to cater to these guards and actually give them the ability to speed boost at the crazy level that they used to. But if this is true though, and I don't know if that's a W or L to me. I don't know because a lot of people say if the game is too realistic, then that's when it can start to like become not fun. But at the same time, it's not fun just having to guard cheesers and even play like cheese to win a game. You know what I'm saying? So
most of you guys know how we do. We hit you with a side up, explode left. Hit you with a combo, explode right. That stuff wasn't really taking place in this demo. When I was playing 1v1 against other real-life players, there's still a severe penalty for them, not predicting which direction you're going to go in, so you can still get by people, no problem. You can still ISO, it just didn't feel as twitchy, if that makes sense. There's a new jump shot meter. It leaked. Okay. If you guys haven't seen it, here it is.
That's what I seen, yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the 2K18, the 2K20 shot meter. I think that's everyone's favorite.
It's a W in my opinion, bro.
On it now. When you get a green release,
the meter is by the head. Like, y'all know how the meter is literally the size of your player right now. The meter on this one is by the head like 19 and 20. I low-key mess with this meter, even though I don't really use a meter like that anyways, except on my free throws. I mess with the meter, though. Can't lie.
It delays the little green animation
about, oh, it's the same meter as 2K18. So that's all I need to know.
And for those of you guys that are used to playing on next gen, you know that we have the ability to force an aggressive dunk. It actually adds more skill to dunking. But here's an exclusive. Since I was kicking it with Mike Wang, I got a chance to see the new dunk meter. And it's very similar to the new jump shot meter. It's no longer a big circle that you have to hope you release.
Thank God, man.
Kind of block some of the animations. Nah, it looks just like the jump shot meter, but there's a catch. They changed the button commands. It's no longer just hold down on the right stick and you can activate a forced dunk and potentially posterize somebody. I think holding down now is more of a flashy dunk. All I know is Mike Wang was there laughing at me the whole time. He did it like 3 times.
So then how you get contact dunks if it's... I don't know. That's something we'll have to see. Like, all of this information is obviously just fresh off the top of his head. But he did say Mike Wang was getting contact dunks. So I don't know. It's confusing, bro. I'm a little confused.
And I couldn't figure it out.
But that is a W, though.
Some more time with the game, but I had everybody that I faced give it a try and, you know, try to figure it out. And nobody could figure it out the whole time I was at the event.
Oh, snap.
Post scoring felt really good, especially if you're backing someone down with a lot of strength. The moment you hit that fade on them, you create a tremendous amount of space, and it's really easy to green.
Mike on the cover.
Michael Jordan being on the cover.
Like I just said, Mike on the cover, D-Book, post fades. Yeah, okay.
You guys know that the post fades.
It's always like that, though.
This year in 2K23, but it was pretty good in 2K22 as well.
Cover athlete kind of dictate what type of game it's gonna be.
Was the on-ball defense, that 1v1
I didn't even realize that.
When I was using Chicago, I was using Lonzo Ball. And I couldn't believe how well I was able to lock up Steph Curry with this guy. Lonzo Ball at 6'6", that lateral quickness and the ability to bump the defender as fast as I was able to do it gave me some real high hopes for perimeter defense this year.
Now this is what we love to hear, bro. This is, let me rewind that. Hold on.
And the ability to bump the...
Hold on.
Lonzo Ball. And I couldn't believe how well I was able to lock up Steph Curry with this guy. Lonzo Ball at 6'6".
Now see, if this is a fact.
And the ability to bump the defender as fast as I was able to do it gave me some real high hopes for perimeter defense this year.
Now the problem is, bro, the problem is that we will have this, but 2K will listen to these fake dribble heads that's just used to cheesing and say, bro, defense is too OP, stuff like that. And then 2K listen to them and patch defense, bro. This is a W, and it has to stay like this, bro. If they're going to make offense super overpowered, then we have to be able to do something to combat that, bro. So defense has to be good if offense is going to be good. But then he did say earlier that offense is kind of a little bit slower now, but also, like I said, they will speed that up. 2K speeds up offense, makes offense better and easier, and then decreases defense. That's what goes wrong. They can keep offense the same and just increase defense. Like, you know what I'm saying? It makes perfect sense.
I remember joking around with Mike Wang about how it seems like he's trying to cut the cheese, but this community will always find a way.
Facts.
And he looked at me and basically said, challenge accepted, with a smile on his face. He was basically challenging me to figure out some cheese. Now, we didn't have hours upon hours.
Well, yeah, you know, weirdos
going to sweat the game. And you guys start pumping out videos and other people start, you know, figuring out some of the things you can do in the game, pretty sure somebody's going to figure some stuff out. But in this demo, during this event, it felt like defense was really strong. Or at least it felt like we might
That's something I love to hear, y'all.
The cheese that we're used to in order to get by. I felt like the closeout speeds on jump shots was way too fast. You would see somebody who looks like they're wide open, and that space gets closed out so fast.
Wait.
Someone jumps out at them.
I think that 21 jump shot contest system, 21 next gen specifically, I mean. 21 next gen, you can literally stare at somebody and get a contest, but a ghost contest on 21 next gen was a little OP because you didn't really have to sacrifice nothing. You know, if you want to contest a shot, you got to play up. But on 21 next gen, bro, you can literally give yourself some space to still recover if you get beat, but also give you that space will still count as a contest. So if it's something like that, then that's broken. I'm not gonna lie, because then that's just way too overpowered on defense. Shot contest is a whole different thing than perimeter defense, bro. Shot contest cannot be broken like that.
My next moderate concern, the overall game speed. This game definitely felt a lot slower than 2K22. And that's usually the case with every 2K. Every time it drops, it feels a lot slower. And then the community complains over Twitter, and social media, and then Mike Wang puts out an update and they
Listen, bro, I don't cap. Like, this is all the whole community knows. Like, I'm telling y'all, if you don't know this, bro, you must not be tapped in. The whole community knows this. This is a literal cycle. This is a cycle. Everybody plays the game. A select group of people say, hey, this game is a W. 2K, don't touch this. And then the people that's used to being garbage and cheese and be like, bro, 2K, I can't score no more. I can't play, man. Please, can you give me something to make me better at the game? Then, boom. 2K chooses to listen to them and then patch defense, increase dribbling, increase game speed, and then, boom, what do we have? Just an offensive-based game where it's no defense at all. Trust me, this is literally how it goes every year. Hopefully they stop it this year, but I'm telling you, that's literally how it goes this year, bro.
I remember in 2K20, when people were complaining the game was too slow, and then they ramped it up so fast that they had centers out there running around like point guard.
I saw them with centers.
Felt slower than normal as well, and that might have contributed to why the closeout speed felt so fast. Even though the jump shot speed feels slower and the closeout speed felt really fast, it still didn't really deter you from greening the shot. I mean, a lot of times it felt like guys were all over you by the time you released it because they were able to close out so fast with that slower jump shot speed, but it didn't stop people from greening shots. Most of us are gonna play MyCAREER in the city and
contested greens,
and we're gonna create our own jump shots. So most people are gonna find out the fastest releases anyway. So jump shot speed might not be a big concern, but it just felt a little different playing with these real life players. Left stick dribbling was a
hold on, wait, chat, because I did just think of that. Park jump shots is way different from playing quick match jump shots. Quick match jump shots is always going to be slower. They do not get these jump shots or the players in the league as fast jump shots as we can make in a park. Those players' jump shot speed probably be on like 60, bro. Even Curry, somebody with a quick release like Curry, his release is not fast on quick match. So also think about that and consider that. Park jump shots, way different than quick match. So although he did say it was slow, it might be a little different.
A little overpowered in this demo. We all know that left stick dribbling is a little harder than
left stick dribbling is
unless
overpowered.
That perimeter defense upgrade allows you to really get a nice bump on that with really good defenders. Left stick dribbling could be a slight problem upon release. Catch and shoot threes were definitely going in without even having to create so much space from the defender. In fact, if you just dot the corner or hit the hash and immediately take the shot with a good shooter, you had a good chance of just greening that release.
Now, is that a problem though? I don't know if that's a problem. If we talking about players that like Marcus Smart, if he open in the corner and he just greening every time, even, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like if that's your build, if that's what you do, you a catch and shoot player, even with a little bit of contest, you should still be able to green, bro. And that's where we kind of get to the realistic talk. You know what I'm saying? Because if the game was super realistic, then playing with taller players would be overpowered, because if you're a player like 6'10", able to dribble and shoot, you like KD. KD doesn't see any contest in real life. So doing that on a game is going to be broken, because how do you stop that? But at the same time, it's like, why make a pure sharp if I can't hit these shots that pure sharps take in real life? That's why low-key, bro, all of this stuff to think about is kind of difficult, because it's two sides to every like different attribute and stuff like that. So I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Right stick hands up defense.
I don't think it's all the way a negative though.
Shot. So they might want to tweak that. I'm not saying it was an exploit, but it definitely felt like a much easier, more successful strategy than trying to force the ball inside.
But to clarify, like I said, only if you're a dead-eye shooter. I'm not just saying that any regular corner shooter or any spot up should just be able to hit contested threes a little bit and even open threes like that. You should have to be a shooter to hit the contested threes.
Pretty much everybody can chase down, block. You see a lot of blocks in the paint. Almost, it's a big threat. It's the real reason why we all have to use quick drop-ins in order to get those fast dunks, or otherwise you're going to get blocked almost 90% of the time. Not in 2K23. In fact, even with Lonzo Ball, I was trying to chase down Chris Paul, and I just couldn't block him. It just didn't happen often enough. So it definitely felt like they toned down the shot blocking in the paint, unless maybe you're an elite defender. We did see DeAndre Ayton get a few blocks in the paint too, but nothing like 2K22 where you could actually challenge people when they go to the rim which forced us all to use quick drop-ins off one. Just seemed like 2K figured that out, saw that we all were exploiting those animations, and they made a move and they tried to change it. Like
now look, hear me out. We talking about this. We almost done with the video. Hear me out. We talking about this situation. Interior defense is probably one of the most glaring issues on 2K22 next gen and even 2K22 current gen. Interior defense is absolutely horrible, but not when it comes to blocking, bro. Blocking and shot blocking is not the problem. It's actually, like you said, almost an issue in itself of being able to block shots so easy on next gen and current gen 22. But at the same time, it's the problem that if you don't get a block, how easy it is to get scored on, bro. Like interior defense in the paint, it does not matter unless you get a block. That's literally a problem and an issue, and I hope that he's alluding to they fixed that, but also did turn the shot blocking down. I hope that they didn't just turn shot blocking down, because then interior defense will be horrible as a whole, bro. Because if you can't block shots, and then also you can't play hands-up defense in the paint, literally what can you do? Literally,
22, you didn't really see people driving to the rim doing layups because they knew it was going to get blocked.
Facts.
23, it feels like layups are back. All in all, the game did feel great. It felt way more realistic than 22 feels.
Now talk to me, chat. Hey, everybody in the comments, if you made it here in the comments, let me know. Do you think 2K should be more of a realistic game or a simulation or arcade type game? Let me know. Let me know, right? Now, I know everybody want to say it should be a mix of both, but what do you think it should be more of? It's not just 50-50, bro. It's not just 50-50. If it had to be somewhere more, would you say more realistic or more arcade? Let me know in the comment section. Please let me know. Let me know. I would personally say realistic, but that's just my opinion.
It's going to take some time to get used to. It feels like 2K is trying to adjust to a more realistic feel and get rid of some of the jerky, twitchy animations. I played with NBA players and other influencers, and I didn't really hear anybody complaining about the game itself. So my takeaway and final thoughts is that 2K23 feels a lot more realistic. That's actually got me kind of excited about the game because it felt like I have to learn something new.
Facts.
And be excited for something totally different again. Don't
Facts.
get it twisted, man. Some of your favorite animations or button commands are still there with the dribbles. I was still able to do the explosive behind the back moves, the momentum dribbles, and all that. It just didn't feel as twitchy. I had a lot of fun playing 2K23. Shout out to Ronnie2K, OG Constant, and all the guys that flew me out there. Got my face scanned for the game. That was really cool too. I came back sick, but I'm back on the horse. And now that I played 2K23, I've got a whole bunch of new build suggestions for you guys. So click that bell for notifications, man. Subscribe if you haven't. Stick here for the news. Your boy Shake, as always. Smack that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Now, chat, listen, my final conclusions about all the news that I've heard, and him even saying that it's a great game. I gotta give it a pre-W, bro. And I gotta give it a pre-W because I like what he said about the more realistic thing. Because if y'all think about it, bro, do we really want to play a basketball game that's based on being able to exploit the game? And basically, yeah, just who's the best at cheesing, who's the best at exploiting? Or would you rather play a basketball game that's based on who's the better basketball player and who knows, like, how to play basketball? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sound like an old head, but it's not fun. Even I've done it sometimes where I go on streaks or something like that. And I play screens and I play stuff like that. It's not as fun compared to something like 20 where we was playing actual basketball. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that this is, like, relatively too, because I know the game wasn't finished when they played. I hope they don't really adjust stuff like that. I'm liking what I'm hearing about it being more realistic, though. I think that's the direction it needs to go in order to kind of revive the game. Also, by the way, the biggest way to revive the game is to put us all on one game, but that's a whole different topic. It's a whole different topic, bro. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought about the news, bro. I given it a pre-W, but like I said earlier, let me know in the comments, would you like to see it more as an arcade simulation type game or a realistic type basketball game, bro? You know what I'm saying? So appreciate all y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all go give him a like on his video. I'm going to leave a link down in the description. And, yeah, bro. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. It's your boy Dom, and I'm out.